Welcome to the Proximity 3 podcast. I'm going to be talking about the lengthy process that has been making Proximity 3, and I have some guests today. First off, we have the man with the plan, Matthew, also known as Luckisimpossible or just Luck. Then we have the man dangerously close to eliminating...
Being naked.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, all he has is a sock in a certain area. That's all he has left. It's Bodie, also known as Sir Papa Egg or Chef Egg.
What did you just say?
It's pretty grody, if I might say so.
I agree, yeah.
No, what you said? A sock? What the
yeah, there's a sock. Anyway, last, but definitely not least, we have my son, Fritz Noodles.
Yeah, I don't know who this guy is. He's not my dad.
He's a lovely son. We hang out every day. We throw a ball. It's great. So, what did you guys think of Proximity 3 now that it's done?
Didn't you pick him up when you drove through that orphanage?
We're not talking about my son and me driving through orphanages. We're talking about Proximity 3.
I mean, I thought it was alright. I definitely think that, I was trying to make a joke. I didn't know where it was going. It was really good.
I'm very proud of it. I think I said this in the Spider Detective preview, if anyone saw that, is I've been working on this for 3 years. We filmed this in 2021. That's how long it's been.
No, could you take any longer? No, I'm just kidding.
Fritz, you weren't even born when it was filmed, right?
Yeah, you were an amoeba playing a game in my lover's womb.
Which honestly is a feat in itself that I was not born in yet.
I remember that day.
Technology.
Yeah. So tell me, gentlemen, what was your favorite round of Proximity 3? Let's go around in a circle. Let's go around in a circle. Okay, let's start alphabetically. A, B, C, D, E, F. No, E for egg.
Ain't no way we're doing our way all the way up.
So actually, no. B for Bodie.
Yeah, he's first out of the way.
Yeah,
I'm first. It doesn't matter. I'm first out of the way. My favorite moment, you say, or
round? No, round. Well, I mean, you could say moment if there's a specific moment you love.
We can do rounds and then moments.
If we are talking rounds, I'm gonna go for Bloodbath, to be honest.
What are your reasons?
Because listen, okay,
I
think even with.
Because did you see that bath?
I think even, like, if you look at all of the TTT videos on Emmett's channel, I think even Bloodbath is still, like, fucking hilarious, to be honest. Like, out of all the moments in the other TTT moments, like other rounds and stuff, I think Bloodbath is my favorite out of all of them, because of just the sheer carnage that happens.
That one little area.
Yes,
it was honestly probably the most cartoonish round.
Yeah,
and it was like the first one.
The only person to not die there is Fritz. He died in the other side of the basically through the little cupboard in the bathroom.
He died in the dark alone.
No.
Betrayed in the darkness.
Wait, you were saying this is your favorite round of any TTT thing? I haven't comprehended it. Yeah,
I think that because it's just a pure TTT is what it is, to be honest.
If that was a standalone video, it would be an amazing video. It'd definitely be in the best of Doodle King Gaming. I'd be super proud of it. It was the first round that I edited, and chronologically, it's actually the 5th round. Like, because the order in this is totally not what the order we filmed it in. I moved all the rounds around to make it more satisfying. Bloodbath was like the 5th round. The actual first round was double Molotov. But yeah, Bloodbath. I just want to cover something really quick before we continue. I love, it's just the perfect order of events, because it's like, those two guys are just hanging out in the hot tub. I love how they both turn to you at the exact same time when you look at them.
Exactly it's like the same time, man.
There's and then you're like, no, I'm not. And then, you're making that bomb, and then it just so happens that Brit shows up to join the bath as you are putting it in to make it worse. And just, a bunch of people show up. I love how when Dane goes, hold on, I'm going to scan the bodies, you're like, well, time to kill, and you just start gunning everyone down.
I mean, I could have maybe gotten Dane into that bath as well if I just asked him. But
yeah, you probably could have, yeah.
Maybe Dane, sit with him, I'm going to make a screenshot and then run away and then blow it up. Maybe I could have done that, but still, it
All right. A, B, C, D. I'm trying to figure out who would be next.
F,
right? For Fritz.
Yeah.
Fritz!
Yeah.
What's your favorite round?
Or E for Emmett, right?
Oh,
E.
actually.
Just have Fritz go.
Okay.
What's the one with the burning bodies?
Burning bodies? That is actually what it's called.
What's the one with the burning body?
That's your favorite?
It's a pretty good one. I just love how I remember during that game it was very intense. At least it was like what I wanted Super Serious to be.
I was actually brain dead in that round.
Which is good.
That was like multiple times in Proximity 3.
It happened
hesitated,
multiple times. Yeah, multiple times.
And the hesitation is what cost you your life.
You know, that is honestly whenever Egg gets killed almost immediately are the better rounds for everybody else because no one has to worry for their lives and constantly. But I mean, also for the audience that doesn't know, I conceived this game mode that we proximity, which is a completely
No, I've conceived a child.
My grandson?
but it's the energy from that round is what I originally wanted. It felt like an action movie because me and Luck teamed up, which is something we never do, and we were super calm and chill. And we did that because we were both traitors, so we had to do it.
Yeah, it's almost as if the game randomly assigns two people to be traitors. Like,
yeah, me and Fritz just we were feeling the energy, and so we teamed up.
I'm talking about the other round where you were the detective and I teamed up with you again.
Yeah, no, because in that recording there was rounds that were cut, but like like me and Fritz had teamed up like multiple times like that day, and like so when we were the traitors, it was like, oh shit, like we can do this, you know, like we can win this way, and we did win Burning Bodies, right? Like
Yeah. Here's a fun fact. I'm just gonna throw this out there. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this. Any round where a Molotov is thrown by the traitors, they lose. The rounds where traitors win, no Molotovs are thrown.
I guess it kind of makes sense because, like, once a Molotov is thrown, it's pretty easy to deduce who threw it.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it also just, like, it's like a big thing, like, everybody look at this, you know, whereas, like, if you look at Burning Bodies, or I'll just say my pick, because he said Burning Bodies, I'll say The Prophecy, or whatever. Like, the rounds where traitors kind of also, like, try to do some sneaky stuff, I think that actually, especially with the proximity, advances you closer to victory a lot better than a Molotov would. A Molotov's a good finishing move. That's the thing, is like, if you hear a gunshot, maybe that'll slip by you, but you can't miss a Molotov if you hear that. Like, if you're what is that? Only a traitor can throw a Molotov.
Yeah.
Because the Molotov explosion is just so goddamn loud.
And it rattles the fucking...
Yeah, it shakes everything.
It shakes everything. Like, another distinct explosion says the melon mine. That's another one that's very distinct.
Yeah. And the melon mine placement as well. It's
like a splat sound. That's what it is.
I don't think I've ever successfully used a melon mine, by the way.
Have you lived?
Well, you know, get good.
Going back to... Shut up, get good.
I was just trying to think of a response. It was funny. But, The Prophecy...
Wait, no.
Right?
Look, hold on, just to wrap up the thing with Fritz.
Wait.
What you were saying, Fritz...
Hold on.
Was how, like, this is something that's oddly, like, satisfying to your guys' evil in Burning Bodies, is the fact that we hear the explosion, people are closing in, Luck, you kill two people. There are moments where you get a double kill, and I don't know how you don't win after that. Like, people should just destroy you, and somehow you get away with it sometimes. And then...
I don't know. You can see in Proximity 2 as well, I pulled out a lot of those double deagle whammies, where it was just like two people were right there, and I was just like, well, it's just one shot to the head, and...
Just General Shepard on them.
There's actually... Can I say something about Proximity 2? Because I recently rewatched that. There's a moment where Luck kills an innocent, and that directly leads to MT killing a traitor, because he just kills someone. I think he kills hostage. I don't know who he kills. He just kills someone, like right below that little watchtower.
Was I a traitor in this scenario?
No, you were an innocent, and you just kill this guy, for like no reason, and then you move away,
The monster
and then
that he is.
at the end of the round.
No, that's one.
That's one.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's in the Haunted Mansion, right?
Oh, that's okay. That's one. That doesn't matter. But MT finds the body, and Dane is like standing next to it, just doing nothing.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
And then MT kills Dane, and then he wins the round because
I thought he killed the guy he's right next to a dead body. It's also funny the way Dane looks at it. He's like, wait, it's not what you think. Like with his body language. That's what.
He was actually innocent, but in the end he was guilty. But like with Burning Bodies, I was really like, honestly, in all three, mainly Proximity 2 and 3, I for some reason think I just did good as the traitor in those videos. Like especially Proximity 2, but like Burning Bodies, I was like, okay, this is like super serious, so I don't want to just like go out guns blazing and like make it known that, you know, I'm the traitor. Like, I want people to kind of investigate, you know, these disappearances. And so I like when I killed them, I was like, fuck, like people are gonna walk in, they're gonna see clearly that there's dead people, they'll trace it back to me. Because even if like I was away and me and Fritz were gone, like they would be like, oh, it was Deagle's, you know, like, and that would be a clue. So I wanted to leave nothing, and so I did it. And it is honestly crazy how close you were to seeing.
That's what I was about to say. Like, literally, I enter the room, and then they disappear. Like, the second I enter, they're gone. Like, you actually see me stumble on, like, this, like, the wheelchair ramp up there. I accidentally mess up and, like, stumble. Had I not done that, I might have seen the bodies.
So at that point, like, when were you convinced? Because, like, you seem, like, uncertain that we're the traitors up until, like, literally the last moment before you die.
We were so close. You were, like, to us.
I believed it was Egg, just because it seemed like some devious shit was going on, and he's usually pretty good at that. But then...
Yeah, I'd already forgotten that I had burnt Egg's body.
Yeah.
And so when I heard you say that, I was like, what? How could you possibly come to that conclusion? Like,
that's kind of how I feel. I'm going to save it till later. That's kind of how I feel about something in the final round in Father-Son Bonding. Mm-hmm. But I'll bring that up later. I should not have soloed you guys there. I should have ran upstairs, gotten the detective, and been like, I think it's these two, we gotta get them. I mean, somebody threw a flashbang. Isn't that a traitor thing?
Yeah, Fritz threw that, and I didn't even know that was in the game. And so when he threw that, I didn't know who threw that, and I was just like, oh, ow. And so when you came out and started attacking, I was like, oh shit, like, I guess, you know, I guess he's figured us out somehow. And the flashbang was an interesting choice on the part of Fritz, because it did nothing.
I
thought it would do something, but I didn't think it would also, you know, affect me, the user of the flashbang, and Emmett was right there, so I had to use it.
That would be overpowered if it didn't affect the user.
Fun
fact,
I thought
that when the flash happened, I was like, oh great, I'm blind, I'm gonna die. Like,
fun fact, everyone.
Safe.
But it did startle Emmett enough for me to get the jump on him.
It's true.
It is true.
Fun fact, Burning Bodies was almost cut from the video.
Oh, right, yeah.
And the thing is, I think when I started editing it originally, there was 12 rounds I chose. And slowly over time, I cut out ones that were lame. And there was a point when there was only like 6 rounds, and I said, this is going to be like a 15-minute video. This is lame. I need to go back and check like what rounds I could bring back. I know that Burning Bodies was one of them. I'm trying to remember what the other ones were. I know that
wasn't Father-Son Bonding?
What? MT makes a melon bleach sandwich was originally cut. And the very last round that was added to the video, it was actually added after I thought it was done, was Egg tries to kill Britt. That round was literally added last second. It's because I was editing the cut moments, and I found the moment where Egg is killing Britt, and I thought it was really funny. And then I realized I was like, oh, I can actually make this into the video. And I'm glad I did. It's a nice amount of rounds, I think, now.
It's a classic.
Yeah. But yeah, that was almost cut. Originally, hold on, let me check my notes here.
On the note, way back when, of how you notice how in Proximity, every time someone uses a Molotov, the traitors never win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed something too. I noticed that every time that I'm the traitor, The traitors win. Did you notice that?
Is that true?
Did you notice that?
I feel like that can't be true.
You mean in every single traitor round, or proximity?
Proximity, at least.
Oh, in proximity? Well,
yeah.
Were you in? Was Fritz in proximity 1 and 2?
He was non 1 and 2, and in hindsight, I felt bad because he came up with that idea. But the thing is, some people don't know this about proximity 1 and 2. That was not even planned to be an episode. That was straight up just a test. Like, it was like, let's just get on and see if this could work.
Yeah, which kind of goes into, like, the story of Proximity 3. Like,
Proximity 3 was planned to be just one big video. We didn't realize it was going to be a third part. Because, again, the test...
Like, the whole idea... Because we originally just referred to it as Super Serious, right?
Not in the episode 1 and 2 of my birth child.
I'm sorry.
But, like, we initially called, like, I remember we would refer to Proximity 3, like, as Super Serious before we recorded it. Because, like, that was the idea. It was like, we're gonna have the Proximity voice chat and just take the game as seriously as possible. And just see how that turns out. And, which I think we did succeed in doing, but there was some stuff where it was like Britt just like killing people for no reason, where it was like, okay, like, come on.
I really feel like he wasn't fully I truly think Britt was not fully in the loop on what we were doing. Like, I feel like maybe he was asked last second or just wasn't really paying attention. Like, he's
but then there was also just like stuff that was kind of out of our control, like Hostage just not doing anything.
Oh, that's something I want to say. I don't know if anyone even cares about that. Hostage is a person in this video that is usually just in a bathtub every single round. The reason that is because something to do with the map, which is called TTT Richland, lagged him so bad that if he went outside, his game went to like 1 frame every 3 seconds, and it made it impossible. So he was the only place where he could find safety was in a bathtub, and so he just stayed in the bathtub the whole time. Last things I'll say about Burning Bodies. It was originally called The Biggest Dirtbags in All the Land. And this is another fun fact. Every time Fritz was a traitor, his footage got messed up. I still don't know what happened with that. Do you remember that, Fritz?
Dude, I don't know why either. Like, it only... You know what's weird, too? Is that it only happened... It only happened on rounds I was the traitor.
I know, it was
when
weird.
My footage was.
Trouble in traitor footage.
What's another round? Cooking with MT. Both of those. People listening, rewatch those rounds and realize I either never cut to Fritz or very, very rarely, because I literally couldn't use his perspective because it was that messed up. And that's initially why Biggest Dirtbags on the Land was cut, because it was like, how can I use this? Like,
yeah, because like the traitors are kind of the protagonists of that round a little bit, and like the two, like one of the two traitors' footage is just completely gone, you know, it's a little weird, but I think Burning Bodies is really good. That one's up there with Bloodbath in my opinion, in terms of just like the really bang.
The round where if the round where me and Luck teamed up once again, but someone else was the traitor, but you were the detective and whatever and all that. If that wasn't cut out, that'd be my favorite round.
There's a round called Murder Mystery that was cut from the video, not for being bad, but because it's so good it needs to be its own video. And one day it'll be edited, just not right now. This was a round that was completely cut. It was called Orange and Brown, because it had Fritz and Dane as the traitors. Dane did not record his perspective, Fritz's footage was messed up. Both of the traitors' footage did not exist. I'm pretty sure there are moments from that round in the cut bits. I just don't remember which ones specifically. The last round I want to bring up, this is the only other cut round I can think of, is Flying Detective. I'm almost positive it is the only round where I was detective, and the first thing I did was I bought a jetpack, and I was flying around, I was going like, I believe I can fly! And then Luck starts shooting at the air, so I fly down to him, and he goes like, man, we're supposed to be taking this serious, you can't just be flying around. I'm like, you're right. Little did I know at the time I was being scrutinized by the traitor. And then I try to land somewhere to help someone, and I crash and die. So originally it was going to be sort of it's kind of like how Spider Detective, it opens, it's like, look, it's Spider Detective, and he dies immediately. I was going to try to do that sort of humor, but the rest of the round was just kind of boring.
The Prophecy. My favorite round is actually Burning Bodies, but for the sake of this, it's the Prophecy. I that one it's so perfect because like when we went to record this video, we were like, it was kind of like with it being a big special video in mind, you know what I mean? Like we were like, this is gonna be a big video, and so like seeing the Prophecy happen was perfect because it just like that was like a running joke from TTT, and also like Among Us really elevated it. And it was just this idea that like whenever me and Emma are the traitors, it's like that's when shit goes real or whatever. And,
it's also so like really bad.
We've been lacking with the Prophecy, is what Fritz is saying. Like the first Prophecy, nailed it. We bombed those bastards. But since then, the Prophecy's been a little lacking. We've been losing, and it's usually me dying in a really dumb way. Is what caused it.
Who's the one carrying the Prophecy here? All right, let's be.
Hey! You're just half the Prophecy. If it weren't for me, you'd have nothing.
But I just remember when that happened, like in the recording, like you can see it in the video. I was super hyped because I was like, "Oh, sick! Like this is supposed to be like the biggest TTT video, and this is like, you know, we're getting some TTT references in here, and that was really cool." And we had that round pretty much in the bag, up until a certain.
That's stupid. That should have killed Hostage. Idiot. Like that should have went through the box and killed him.
I don't know if you'd mention this on the. I guess you can cut this, but like, weren't you considering just like having like putting a different ending to the?
Oh round? Yes, no. I actually did edit it. Hold on, I will say this because I am going to mention like cut stuff and fake stuff. I don't mind saying it. I was so disappointed in that ending that originally we were going to fake it. But actually, fun fact, this is when I had my old computer, which was getting really bad. I don't know if you remember this, Bodhi. I got you and I got Dane on to fake a final fight because you guys were both still alive. And I got on, and then my computer crashed. And I was so annoyed, I was having so much crap going on, I was just like, just forget this. And so I just didn't do it. And I was like, you know what? Sometimes the traders lose, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
And you know, I'll say it now because I'm probably going to forget otherwise. At the end of not cooking with MT, Egg trying to kill Britt, that round, we cut to Hostage. He walks up the stairs, turns on the trap, and kills himself with the trap. And Luck laughs at it because he's being an idiot. That's actually not from that round. That's from Flying Detective. That's how that round ends. But I was actually going to use that as the ending for the Prophecy, just to sort of get back at the stupid way Hostage killed me. And sort of revenge, but I was like, never mind. So initially, that's how that was. Now, the actual ending of Egg trying to kill Britt is insanely anticlimactic. Like, you just walk up to Hostage and just kill him, and no one says anything. It's nothing. So I was like, I can't use this. Like, this round is so funny. And it's the same thing. Hostage just dies, and then the round ends, so I didn't think it mattered.
Yeah. It doesn't really affect the outcome at
all. But, if you look closely, whenever you rewatch it, in Egg trying to kill Britt, look at the player list right before Hostage dies. It makes no sense because I actually put in the effort to change everyone on the list to make it fit with the Prophecy, because originally it was going to be the ending of the Prophecy. It says, like, MT's the traitor. I think it says me twice on there. I think it says MT's the detective and the traitor. It makes no sense. And I was like, I already put effort into this. I don't think anyone will notice. If they do, it's just a funny little Easter egg.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would in a million years.
I noticed, Emmett. You know what I thought whenever I first saw Emmett? I thought, this lying bastard. Yeah. There is no way he can be the detective and the traitor. There's no way.
That's a good point.
Look, Fritz is the kind of fan that knows the flower disappeared in bitches. This is the kind of person I'm talking about. Yeah. Anything else about the Prophecy? Oh, look! It's really more the way it's edited, but you just seem like such a ruthless killer in that round. My favorite.
I don't know if it was before or after Burning Bodies in the like chronology in real life or whatever, but I think that was like. Those are both an extension of me trying to be like a little more thoughtful about being the traitor and trying to, you know, like kind of slowly, incrementally take people out. And like, it is funny because I tried for the most part to keep on like commentating even when no one was around, because I just figured that like with the people that we had, I was like, I feel like not that many people other than Emmett are going to be doing that. I should probably do that just so, like, if he needs to cut to my footage or whatever, like, if there's a blank space going on around, like, he can just cut to me, and, like, if I'm doing something good, it can be shown. And so, like, that's why, like, you can see me kind of being like, yeah, burn it. That way they can't find out it was me who did it. Like,
I love the edit when the little target shows and it goes, like, target acquired, and it sees Brit, and then you go, like, we need to isolate them. Pick them off one by one.
Because also, like, it for some reason, being the traitor, it really felt like in that, because that's kind of how TTT is supposed to be, is the traitors going up kind of against, like, insurmountable odds a little bit, and you have to be smart about how you win or whatever. But in that game mode, like with the proximity and stuff, it felt honestly more challenging to me to be the traitor, because I was just like, oh shit, like. And also, everyone's taking it super seriously. So I was like, oh, fuck, like, we're not going to win if we just have, like, a big firefight. We need to just take them out one by one. And I probably should have communicated that to you. Because imagine if we did, like, what we did in the Among Us prophecy, where we just had that badass walk through the map where we just fucking took out everybody.
There's
that'd be sick.
We were kind of on the same page, because you started taking out people, then I took out Fritz and Devin, right? So, like, we were kind of on the same page. I just needed to take cover. And stupid bullshit.
I mean, taking out Fritz was really no contest. Was that whenever, you said, like, Fritz... Is that the round where Fritz is like, you know how you like to gain my trust and then kill me?
No. That's father-son bonding. That's the last round. But something worth pointing out, it has that line where Fritz goes up to Egg and he's like, what happened? And Egg goes like, he fell. And he's like, how are you wounded? I fell too. I think it only happens twice, when the name of the round gets said in the video. Like, whenever at the end of Bloodbath, we're like, it's literally a bloodbath! And then you go, the prophecy. Like, you literally, like, announcing it. You were literally, like, announcing it, Luck. Like...
Yeah. Well, every time, I don't know if this comes through, like, if we look at the... like, in the original Prophecy TTT episode, like, I also said that. I think it was just because... didn't we... I'm trying to think of why we started calling it the Prophecy. Was it because of the NSP?
No. That's a sort of afterthought. This is what it was. It was literally just because you literally had told me for a couple days before we recorded that TTT thing. You said, like, hey, if we become the traitors, like, I want to do a thing where we try to lure everyone together and I kill them with the jihad bomb. And I was like, you got it. Right, and you just really wanted that to be true. And in your mind, it became sort of a prophecy. And so when finally we were traitors, you just said in Traitors Chat, the prophecy has come true! And that's where that spawned from. It just so happened that Ninja Sex Party, a band that like has an album called The Prophecy, where Dan Avedon literally goes, The Prophecy! And
it's just funny because if you look every time, like that's why I brought that up. Like every time that me and you were the traitors, I always just go the prophecy.
Yeah,
like
I love in Proximity 1. You're like, who's the traitor? You look at the tab, you see it's me. You go, oh, you turn to your right. I'm standing next to you, and we both just nod. We're like, yeah,
we know what's going on.
Oh yeah. Before you get to the father and son bonding image, we need to do Proximity 4, and
we've already filmed it.
What?
What's it? Like, I can't say anything.
Yeah, that was like the fucking Guardians.
Haven't we also filmed 5? 5 is also filmed.
Technically, yes.
Okay.
5 is weird, but yes, we filmed.
So for 6, you can be here, Fritz.
So you recorded 2 episodes of My Baby without me.
Well,
you're in 4.
You're in 4.
You're in 5 as well.
Dude, okay, my point is, bro, if we need to film another one, and then we need to have a bunch of more epic moments, but basically, I want to do looking at the flowers for the last time. I want that to naturally happen, like someone gains someone's trust, and they go on many adventures, and then they prove their innocence. And then at the end, he just says that. He's like, just look at the flowers. And then the guy about to get shot, like, turns around. He's like, wait! Or he's like, no!
That kind of makes me think of, this is in Proximity 2. This is the start of a round. You realize you're the traitor, like, you turn to Del and you go like, hey, Del, do you remember when you killed me at the beginning of one of those rounds? And he goes like,
yeah, and
he goes like,
yes. Oh, wait!
He goes like, oh, yeah, that was real. Oh, no. And then he dies. You kill always gets it.
It's so perfect with time, and especially from my perspective, it literally like cuts off when he dies. In my perspective, because I'm just like, so Del, you remember when you? And I also strung Del along that whole time because that was also with like the look, epic prank, like and then like I'm stringing Del along, and I think part of me was doing that to be like, yeah, if I was the traitor, I would have already killed you. Or whatever, yeah. And so like he gets up close to me, and I'm like, "So, Del, you remember when you killed me in that conference room?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, that was." Oh wait, and then just boom, he's dead. Like it's a classic Del moment right there.
So my favorite round from Proximity 3, I'm going to give it to the final round, which is father-son bonding. Originally, before Cooking with MT was added, that was the longest round. It's over 4 minutes long. The opening with Fritz is the longest holding on one person's perspective the whole video. It stays on Fritz's perspective for like a minute, I think. And I just love that moment because the whole time you're like, is he evil or is he just being an idiot? Yeah. And then like the way I kill Fritz is just so devious. It's so I didn't know what else to do, but it's evil. Like he just goes like, this is fact. And then there's the pause. Pull out the Mac, just kill him in the street.
It's just so funny as well. Like Fritz just walks right into it because he's just like, I know how you like to gain my trust and then kill me, and then you just do exactly that. Like
I just realized in the moment, it's like, he knows it's me. There's nothing I can do. I have to do this. I didn't want to because I knew that at that point I killed Fritz like at the beginning. I think twice in a row, and I felt bad about it. But I didn't know what else to do.
You know how you could have gained my trust?
Not killing you.
By not killing me. That you're goddamn right. You're goddamn right.
I just love also like every time we've watched the video since then, like that round. Everyone always is like, wow, that was so evil, and it's like so ashamed of it, like
because it's so rotten. Something else I want to point out about that opening that I think is funny is like Fritz is interrogating me, and like at first I'm just joking, like no, I'm just kidding around, and then Fritz goes, "We're supposed to take this super seriously," and then there's a pause, and I go like, "Listen," and literally right before I say listen, somebody in the building where the music was playing from the boombox turned it off. So it like turns off like the moment itself is getting serious. Like
it's a dramatic it's like listen. Dramatic moment.
Yeah. There's the part where Dane has a gun lined up to Fritz, and I tell him like, don't kill him, Dane, and he walks away.
Yeah, what I love about that is that Dane doesn't say a single word in that whole thing. It's just like you guys are having this exchange, and Dane, being the follower that he is, he comes up and he sees this, and he just automatically sides with Emmett and is like ready to kill Fritz. And I love how the way you call him off. You're like no, Dane, don't do it. And he just completely leaves. Like he doesn't even care. He knew nothing about that situation. Just showed up ready to kill Fritz, and then was told not to. And he's like, okay, well I'm done. Like, and he left. And just the way Emmett used it, no, Dane, like don't do it. Come on.
Like, it's just my cues. Like no, Dane, no,
not yet.
Well, there was this, like, at the end of the round, whenever you died, Emmett, I don't know how, but I was definitely mad at you for killing me like the devious little pig swine that you are, bastard, devil, bitch face. But I don't know what you did to everybody else, but everybody...
Yeah. Luck has explained, he just saw the evil things I did. It was just...
Yeah, I just witnessed the evil, and I was like, man, this guy's a piece of shit, I hope he loses.
I know, but it's like literally everybody in the game that died.
Everyone is cheering.
That's the one thing I'm always on Fritz's side though when he's cheering about my death. Everybody else I don't really care about, but I'm like, yeah, I get what you. MT sucks. MT sucks.
Well, is it before or after that in the video where? Isn't it in Burning Bodies? No, it's in something where like me and Fritz or it might have been in Burning Bodies right after we killed you, but we heard your ghost go like. Fritz sucks.
That was a back and forth because Fritz would do that every proximity round where he would die. If I killed him, he would fly over to me and be like, empty sucks. And so that was me sort of getting revenge on him. And then he gets revenge back at the end of the video.
Empty sucks!
He was screaming it with passion.
You know, I love we have kept up this, like... I don't know if it's happened in every video, but every, like, time... that it's been around where me and Emmett team up, I always have to, like, half the time we're actually, like, doing the round, and the other half, it's just, like, us betraying each other instantaneously. Emmett, like, gain... I remember...
The two sides of the coin, the father-son bonding and the father-son betrayal.
I remember the like one of
bonding
the
and the son bonding father.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I remember doing, like, the first rounds I ever played TTT with you guys. I don't know if it was the first round it happened where Emmett gained my trust and killed him, but one of the first times it was like Emmett gets my trust, he kills me, and the very next round he is like, or maybe, no, wait, I think it was like this. I think Emmett actually just trusted me, and he was completely innocent, and I go up to him, and I just point blank blast him in the face with a shotgun.
I remember that. I love, this is unrelated, but in, I think it's the episode called You Think I Forget? No, it's Memory Loss. We keep killing each other over and over. Like, Fritz, me, and Locke, we just keep killing each other because we're pissed about the previous round. Yeah. The other thing, I am very devious in the final round, father-son bonding. Because, like, there's the part where I go to the sewer, and I just start shooting with my crossbow. Nostrix, my traitor, sees the golden opportunity, starts also killing, you know. Then we run upstairs. Dane walks up to me and he goes like, Emmett, what gun do you have? And literally, this is so, like, cocky and devious. I'm like, I have a Mac, and then put it to his head and kill him. Kill him with the Mac that I'm telling him about.
Yeah.
And I don't know, when we first watched this, I remember you pointed this out, Bodhi, after I kill him, it cuts to your perspective, you hear everything here. I have a Mac. And you hear all the bullets go off, and you literally went like, how did I not hear that? It's like, you hear, I have a Mac.
He's like, hey, what gun do you have? I have a Mac. You hear a Mac shooting a lot, and then, like... No.
It
seems pretty clear that someone's died.
The cherry on top. You go downstairs to the basement, you see dead bodies, the detective has thrown, I think the detective's dead. Somebody grabbed, like, the visualizer, put it down, you look at Egg, and you go, like, I think it's Dane. Unaware that the person who just died is the person you're accusing.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm just...
And then, you go upstairs, you see a burning body upstairs, and you put it all together, and you're like, wait a minute.
And then I didn't take action. I let myself get killed. That's just...
Now you know how we felt for, like, the first, like, 2 years of playing TT2 with you. Because it was always the thing of, like, we would just know that it was you, but then we'd be like, Bodhi, are you the traitor? And you'd be like, no. And I would always feel bad. And then you would always be the traitor.
Listen, the day... I was very happy this day. The day when you fucking people started to actually use trader items, I was happy.
We were talking about that recently.
I was happy because before this, these fucking cavemen just never bought any trader items. I did, and every single time I bought them, they would automatically assume it was me because I was the only one. Because we know it was you. Yeah, fuck you. Okay.
It's also, I think it was just like, I think it was kind of like we're still kind of like experimenting with just normal TTT without like getting a bunch of like modded in like traders shit or whatever, and like we were still having fun with that. Then once we kind of like ran out of like fun to have, just normal TTT without doing anything, then it was like, okay.
To be fair, it was a pretty good way to deduce who the traitor was.
Yeah. Something I want to point out, the day that happened, because I started it, Bodhi, I started using the trader traps. That was the first person to start buying
one other person started doing it, then it was like, everybody has
to
do it.
But no, Bodhi, I remember your exact words that day, because I had used, every time I was a trader, I had bought a thing, was using it, and you said, MT, you've finally gone out of the Stone Age. I'm proud of you.
I think the first time, you bought a turret or something, I think.
People probably thought it was you.
No, because I think I heard, like, I just saw the turret, and I was like, I'm not a fuck. It's like, no, and I think I was like, wait, I'm not a fucking traitor. And then I was like...
See, even you came to expect it. Like,
it's like, which one of these punks did this? It's like, which one of these...
was one of these little bastards. I guess to sort of bring it back to Proximity 3, I remember, like, for a while when the Molotov was added, we were gonna get rid of it. Because it was just kind of ridiculous, and also we just became it became every round, like every round it was just like, okay, someone's gonna use a Molotov.
Yeah. You want proof of that? Next week on this coming Saturday, or maybe it's next Saturday. I'm not sure. The Molotov montage, and then the next one, Molotov Mansion and Molotov Madness, were recorded in the time period where you just added Molotov. These insane people would not stop using them.
Just non-stop Molotov. And we were just like, well, it's super overpowered. Everyone just uses it because you just would use it. Because, like, it back then, it was kind of like a guaranteed win. Whereas I feel like now it's kind of like we can recognize the situation where it's like, okay, this is a Molotov waiting to happen.
But it's just the thing is, it's never not funny when it happens.
Well, like even like Proximity 2, where it's like these nuts as you throw it. Like
hold on, that reminds me. Yeah, one of the funniest moments to me in Proximity 3 is the first Molotov and double Molotov, where I throw it and it cuts to different people, and everyone goes like, ah, like all the screaming, and then it cuts to Fritz, and there's the oof, oof, oof. That's something I wanted to point out. Those were, I don't know if people have this bothered anyone who watched it, but yes, Fritz has Roblox oof sounds. Do you want to talk about that, Fritz?
I just downloaded this giant-ass mod pack one day, and I guess it came with the package.
You could never find... I had that too! I downloaded... It was City Life, one of the Rockford versions. I just downloaded like a big thing, and then like I was literally in a call like showing something at Garrett's Mom. They're like, why do you have those weird pervy anime models? It's like, I don't know where they are! I don't know how to get rid of them! Like, I eventually just uninstalled everything and then like started fresh basically to get rid of it because I'm
at the point now where I only have the mods for TTT installed.
Yeah. What I'm about to say, this is kind of returning to a previous conversation, but I need to say it. There's a time I'm pretty sure this was a test that wasn't recorded. You guys remember when we were doing Proximity on that big open map that like went to a subway and there's a lot of barrels and stuff? It was called like Terminus or something.
Yes.
I remember around in that one, like you and me had agreed, we had an agreement like, we're sick of doing this thing where we're like, I think it's egg, but I don't know, and then you regret it. So we had an agreement like, if it's egg, we tell each other. And then when we were doing that, you came to be like, I think it's egg. You know what that means, MT. I pull up my shotgun. We charge right up to egg, kill him point blank. We go, yeah! Check the body, he's innocent. Oh.
Yeah. There was just some times where I could kind of feel it in the air, and, you know, it's not a 100% accurate ratio of it, but it's also not 0% accurate.
It's one of the very few times I feel like we've been 100% on the same page and we were wrong.
Yeah. But I do remember us coming to that agreement, because I remember there was one time we played TTT, I think it was just like, it wasn't even recorded, we were just playing like fast food for fun, and then like a situation like that happened, where like we both thought it was Bodhi, and then we didn't kill him because he was like, it's not me, guys, and then he then was the traitor and he won that round. And I remember like after he got off, we said to each other, we were like, if like the next time we think that, we're just going to kill him. Like like we're just going to kill. And then I remember a couple times where it was successful. And I think that was around the time Proximity 2 was filmed.
Crazy how many times Buddy got off scot-free just by being like, it's not me, guys.
Yeah, well, the way he would say it would make me feel bad for accusing him. He'd be like, guys, stop! And I'm like, oh, well, you know, he's just a little boy, you know, like, he can get away with it.
But yeah, I'm now going to list all of the alternative names for all the rounds. Bloodbath and Double Molotov never had any other titles. They were always that. The Prophecy was originally called Magical Benches and Magical Bikes. And it was going to have a Harry Potter-like logo. It was going to... and then it was going to cut to you and go, Magical Benches, Magical Bikes. But then I realized, like, it would cut to halfway through the round. And so I completely got rid of that. Next one. This one I've always found interesting. Is Spider Detective was originally called Luck on the Run. And I was going to have you record a narration. Like, it's after you throw the Molotov. You're going to be like, I didn't know what to do after that. I had exposed myself to the world, and I knew they'd be coming after me. I walked over to the Kmart and planned what I would do. And then it would cut to the people, and then like, as they're going... Actually, no. The round was going to open, and it was going to have it whenever Egg and Fritz hit corner you, and go like, no, you're like yelling, and then it would have paused like right before the battle ends, and you go like, hey, that's me. But you're wondering how I got here. That was going to be the opening. But it's completely scrapped after I realized Spider Detective was funnier. Burning Bodies, I already mentioned this before, was originally called The Biggest Dirtbags in All the Land. I think it was going to have like a Western like opening, I guess.
I think it's definitely a good change, just for that title card.
That title card was awesome. Yeah. It also gives it a bit of a theming, because you're watching and you're like, okay, there's 4 burnt bodies, where's the 5th one? And it's at the very end.
It's also probably the most evil round for the traders, and so it kind of fits that it has like a pretty evil, sinister opening.
The Dirtiest Dirtbags in All the Land needs to be a title in another upcoming proximity.
Bodhi, you put that on your team list, right?
The what? Sorry?
You have like a team list for like traders.
I do.
Yeah. Isn't that what Luck and Fritz's is? We'll just read the list.
Okay, so for the first
we're interrupting Emmett's list reading for Bodhi's list reading.
Okay, for Luck and MT, it's the Prophecy. Like that's the team name. For me and Del, it's European Warfare. For MT and Fritz, it's father and son bonding, of course. For MT and Wolfie, it's Texan Terrors.
Could also apply to Dane.
That's true.
For Luck and me, it's the False Prophecy. For
the Unholy Alliance.
For me and MT, it's Snipers and Shotguns, because MT likes using shotguns.
If I could stop you there, I feel like that makes sense, but I feel like it should really be punk ass bitches.
I'm gonna change it right now.
You can put in like parentheses.
Punk ass bitches.
What is like me and Del?
I don't have one yet.
I don't know if me and Del have ever even been traders together.
You have because in Proximity 2 there's a round called Luck and Del versus the World.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the one where we got caught.
Me and Dane is called Chimp Tactics, and then Luck and Fritz is the Biggest Bastards.
In all of them. I usually, when someone has a gun to me and goes, what do you say? Usually I'm like, no, please don't. But I doubled down when you had that gun to my head, Egg. I literally went like, loser, and you're like, what did you say? And I went like, I called you a punk-ass bitch.
It's so funny how you can like perfectly see how that originated into that quote.
I also love how I tried to shoot past you, but you walked into my crosshair, and
like 1 pixel,
and I perfectly did 99 damage. I didn't kill you. It's just
your reaction to it is also really funny. You're just so disappointed. You're like, oh god.
I go like, ow. Why?
You're like, god damn it, you moved. Like,
I mean, you did call me a punk ass bitch. So.
It's true, yeah.
You did deserve it.
Alright. Cooking with MT was originally called Squeaker Squad in honor of Fritz and Britt having the highest voices of the time recording, because they were the 2 traders. And it was initially cut. I think I'm glad I've overcome this. I think when I was editing, I think I had a preference for when I was always winning, because I'm the person you're watching. Do you know what I mean? And I've sort of shattered that, and like that was one that I went back on and like, did I just get rid of this because Fritz and Britt win? Because that's stupid if that's true. And I rewatched it, I'm like, this could work. It brought it back. So back to this list. I'm gonna blow through this list just to run it through it really quick. Father-son bonding
speedrun
had the most names by far. It was originally called an unexpected hero because Hostage is the unexpected hero at the end of the round. I think anyone would be like, he's the dude in the bath. He's not going to win. And originally the plan was it was going to open and be like, this city needs me. And it was going to be like a hero, but you don't see his face. And like throughout the round it would cut to him and he'd talk about the crimes that I'm committing. It's like, he needs to be stopped, but you're probably wondering, who am I? And then it would show, it's me, Hostage. And then it would cut to him coming out of the bath and killing us. But I haven't really messaged Hostage in a while. Like, we lost contact, so it was like, that joke was just lost, basically. It was like, I can't do that anymore.
Whatever happened to that fella?
I don't know. I don't know where he is.
If he did die, well.
I think he's still in that bath to this day.
Probably.
What were you going to say, Fritz? If he did die, well, like,
just another statistic in the book.
Well, he deserved it.
Another statistic in the book. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Another name in the book.
The other thing was, this is another joke, just because of the hostage thing that was totally scrapped, is throughout the video, there was going to be a running gag where it interrupts the round to be like, and now, bath time with hostage. And we were literally going to fake stuff where he'd be in the bath. And then whenever it got to the final round, it would actually be like, and now, bath time with hostage. It'd be like, ha-da-da-da-da, and then like suddenly serious music shows up and goes, I have to stop the evil.
Yeah.
And then he goes out and kills. That was scrapped. There was a version called Murder All Over the Map. Because there's a lot of murders throughout the map in that one. Because there's I kill Fritz kind of near the shed. Not next to it, but you know what I mean. Sort of close to it.
Yeah.
There's the 2 murders in the basement. There's the murder in that one building. There's a murder in the pipe thing with the bomb. And then there's the final deaths that are across in the other building. And originally it was going to have like an Indiana Jones map. Like, it's like, now we're going over here. Now we're going over here. And I didn't like that. I was like, too much work. Also, it's kind of lame. So that was scrapped. Sewer Massacre was a name for it. The problem is only 2 people die in the sewer, so it didn't make any sense. Then it was the Richland Massacre, which felt like you could literally call basically any round that. So that was scrapped. This one I did like, but ultimately I went with something else, was MT's A Series of Unfortunate Events. Where, like, because all these people have such terrible stuff happen to them, and then I die. Then it was going to be Emperor MT. I was really desperate, so I was like, it was going to be like be as Palpatine, and like I'm being destroyed at the ending, like how he dies in Return of the Jedi, I guess. It didn't really make sense. There was one point when it was called MT's Guilt. Like, every time I kill someone, it would cut to a cinematic. I'm like, why do I keep doing this? I can't keep doing this. I can't stop what I want. Yeah. But again, that was scrapped. And this was the last one right before Father-Son Bonding. It was actually going to be called the Untitled Round, because I could not think of anything. And I was literally going to use, like back old school YouTube, like their intros would be that blue screen and text moving upward with no music. That's what the intro was going to be. The Untitled Round.
It really works out because, like, the titles and, like, the title card, like, I think the video was just as perfect as it possibly could have been. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it all worked out pretty well. I don't know if you have anything next, Emmett, but I just remembered something that I did, which is like no one else here knows about. I don't think is I counted the fucks in Proximity 3 as I do for our things, and this is one of the ones where it's like kind of a genuinely surprising result. Let me find in my.
It's not me. I'm not first.
You are not first, so I'll give Fritz, since he kind of has less of an idea. So Fritz, I counted every time we use the word fuck. Not any time it's written out, but any time we verbally use the word fuck in the video. So who do you think said it the most, Fritz?
I'm gonna say, is it somebody? Are we just like listing the people in this call, or everybody that played? I'm just gonna list the people in the call because I don't remember anybody but Hostage and Dane, and I don't think it was either of those guys. And to keep
an ostrich and Arnis.
Yeah, but they don't talk.
Could I guess as well? I don't remember.
Yeah, take a guess.
I'm gonna guess. It's probably gonna be either me, but I'm hoping it's not me. That has the most. And Luck has second most. Emmett has third most. Egg has Egg has third. Luck has Emmett has fourth. Dell would have the least.
That would make sense because he's not in the video.
Dell is
what's your guess, Marcus?
Okay, I'm gonna say I think Luck is number 1. Fritz is either number 2 or number 3. So it's either second place is either Fritz or Egg, or the other way around. Then from there, I'm not sure, but I know that I'm definitely last place. Those are the chips.
So I'll go in ascending order. So last place is a 3-way tie between Emmett, Hostage, and Akip, who all said 0. They had 0 fucks said in the.
It's a good boy.
Nostrix never. Nostrix has an F-bomb. I don't remember that.
He does. He has one. Speaking of which, second place is a 1, 2, 3, 4-way tie with Devin has one, Nostrix has one, Fritz has one, and Bodhi has one.
Wow.
They all only had one.
Oh, hold on, wait. Can I guess where I think each of them are? Because I think I know where all of them are.
I think I kind of remember where
let's
each
see.
of them are.
Devin's is when he dies in Spider Detective. He gets cornered and he dies. That's when he drops the F-bomb. Who is the? You said Bodhi. Bodhi is when in Egg trying to kill Brit, when he shoots at him, misses, and he's mad about it. That's that. And
that's why I was like, as I was counting the fucks and I was getting through it, I was like, wow, I really thought Bodhi is typically, for the audience, like, and like week old videos and stuff, Bodhi is typically number 1 or number 2 with the fucks.
I was number 1 most of the time.
He likes to give a lot of fucks.
He does. He's got a lot of fucks.
I'm trying to remember when Fritz
I was getting through the video, I was like, wow, like, Bodhi really doesn't, like, for a long time he didn't have any, and I was like, wow, is this going to be the first video that we count for where Bodhi doesn't have any? Cool.
Wait, that means that if Egg trying to kill Brit wasn't included, which it almost was, he would have had 0.
Yeah, he would have had 0. Fritz's one, I can't remember, but it's just like there's a part where Fritz goes like, "You motherfuckers," or something like that. Like, I don't remember it. And then Nostrix's is like you literally hear it like in the background or something like that. Like, I don't think it's that prominent, but
I don't remember what the specific moment was, but I was like, "You motherfucker."
Yeah, but all of you guys who have won are tied for 3rd place, and then Brit.
So that means there's a second and first.
Brit is in 2nd place with 2 fucks.
And
then I am in 1st place with 17.
You have more than everyone's combined.
Yeah, the total is 23, but without me, it would be fucking like 7 or 6 or something. Like
that makes me think of. First of all, that makes me think of. Have you seen the thing shared around recently where they said the F word is said this many times in the MCU, and it shows like Guardians of the Galaxy 3-1, and then it says like Deadpool vs. Wolverine has like 99% of them, obviously. But that also makes me think of in the bitch count, whenever it gets through everybody else but Jameson, and then you see that when it gets to Jameson, you're not even like halfway or even a third of the way through the video.
And he has more than everyone else.
He literally take everybody's and I think triple it. And I mean everybody's, like everybody's combined together. Jameson says bitch a lot, man.
Yeah, but I was just really surprised. Like, I figured that I would have a lot, just because I say fuck a lot in videos or whatever, but like, I thought that
Bodhi and Fritz
would have more.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I really thought they'd be 3.
I guess I felt like keeping it down for the recording, because I'm a good guy.
Because I feel like if we just recorded if I went through like a normal TTT episode that had like us in it, you know what I mean? And I counted through it, like Fritz would definitely be up there, and Bodhi would be, like, all of us would be up there. Like, if it was like a situation where everyone, you know, like Bodhi's not like trying to be quiet for the people in his house or whatever, you know, like if everybody was talking a lot.
Oh yeah, and I would be fucking swearing like a fucking sailor.
Yeah, and I was just really surprised that, like, because I was like, wow, everybody has like only 1 or 2, and then I was like, yeah, I really have a lot though. Like, I really did not follow the pack there.
I mean, you were hollering at that machine. I mean,
I was hollering at that damn machine, and I also, like, I guess a lot of shit went wrong for me at certain points, like in the video, kind of. I don't know. I was trying to think of like why, other than just the fact that
you also did an inner monologue more than other people, so that probably contributed to it.
That is true. I guess I was probably just speaking more.
Last thing I'll say is there's going to be shorts for Proximity 3 coming out. Balls Gaming had 0 shorts attached to it.
That was just one last thing I was gonna say about the fuck counts, is when I finished the first round, Bloodbath has 0 fucks in that whole round.
It truly is Balls Gaming.
Yeah. Well, I think we've covered everything. This has been nice to say everything about Proximity 3.
Nice to chat about it.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed Proximity 3.
Bodhi, do you want to give an epic outro?
Goodbye.
Thank you. All right. Bye, everyone.
Peace, love, and Buckies to all.
Leroy.
Punk ass and bitches to all. All right.